Let's get ready to grumble! Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Grumble. I am your host, Graham, and we battled our way through the snow to get this podcast to you. I mean, you didn't have to do anything. You just downloaded from the comfort of your own home. But
can I just ask a question quickly?
Yeah.
Did we tweet out the joke about Bam Bam Bigelow?
Oh, the Beast from the East?
Yeah.
No?
Good, because I was sick of hearing it.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's good then. We didn't do that.
We should do Storm Emma.
No.
I'm Daryl and I'm here.
It was Danny Glover who did it. Daryl's here, everyone. Hello, Daryl.
Right.
You've never even been to Chicago, yet you're wearing a Chicago hat and jumper.
Yeah, it's a sponsorship deal, mate.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. The Royal Grumble podcast, sponsored by Chicago.
What, the city or the musical?
Just
the concept?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll good.
Yeah.
The idea of being a second city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Windy City.
The windy city. Yeah, it's windy now. This is a windy city, right here, right now. Yeah.
Snowed a bit on it.
A little bit. But it's all right. I got the day off work, so it's fine.
I had a few days off work.
Yeah, did you? Do you still work there, or?
Well, show my face today, didn't I? Yeah. Mate, I couldn't go back to my old job anyway because that's gone down for
Oh, God, yeah, you definitely could. Oh, man. And also, you owe the jar.
I don't care. I will worth it.
Oh, I had a jar again. I've still forgotten the jar.
Well,
It's only when I get here that I remember the jar. I'm going to set myself a reminder. Sitting in the corner to my right is Dan.
Hi.
Hello, Dan.
Hi.
How's the snow been treating you?
Annoying last few days, but today I've refused to leave the flat under any circumstances.
Hooray! Now that it's getting better?
Yeah.
That's what you decided to do?
I stocked up a bit yesterday. There was no bread or milk, so I just bought random bread rolls and made do.
why do people panic buy bread?
I know, we needed bread anyway. We didn't have any bread in.
Yeah. But why do people panic buy bread?
I don't know. My wife was
Staple,
like, "Oh, you best get bread." I was like, "We never eat bread, right?
Yeah.
We have bread in the freezer for months and never eat it. We've got 4 rolls there. They're fine."
Yeah. Well,
I still bought the bread though.
yeah, did you? Yeah,
Yeah, I
good.
did. Yeah, we get our milk delivered though, so I actually had to go out and buy milk.
Huh.
You know, like off of the milk round back in the day.
Yeah, does that still exist?
They've sort of brought it back. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one that goes around here.
Yeah.
I
We've
thought they have it digital now.
what, digital milk?
Yeah.
And you just digitally add it to your
Yeah,
cereal.
when I was younger, I imagined everything would be digital in future.
Oh yeah. What, like Star Trek? Tea,
Yeah.
Earl Grey, hot, like that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
So we've got an opening contest.
Okay. Well, so you've informed us.
Yeah. It's episode 100, guys.
Yay!
Actually,
Woo!
it's not.
Celebrate!
Last week was episode 100, but we didn't think to check.
What did we do
What do
last
you mean?
week?
We talked about worst champions.
I think that sums us up in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah, we missed the 100th episode, but that means today is the 101st episode 101.
Oh,
So I have a special quiz for you.
I see it. Yeah, okay.
It's a quiz, okay.
Can you remember 1PW?
I don't
Yes, yes,
Can you remember the old owner of 1PW?
yes.
Yeah.
And after he sold 1PW, he started a new company.
What Pro Wrestling 101.
Yep.
I still own the
Can you remember how many shows they ran?
2.
3?
5 shows.
Okay.
5?
They ran 5 shows.
Because they ran a couple in Doncaster and then they ran at least one in Sheffield, but obviously I'm remembering it wrong because they ran 5.
See, I
So-
remembered 1.
The opening contest is a best of 5. What you two have to do is guess the matches that happened on those shows.
Oh, God.
Oh, right, okay.
Show number 1.
I can tell you wrestlers that were on it.
No, you got to guess the
If you
matches.
can guess any matches, that's a point. And
Okay.
whoever gets the most point each round wins the round,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah. So it's a little bit of a longer opening contest than
Okay.
usual. But here we go. So the first show was from Edlington in Doncaster.
Yeah, of course it
Just after that, those 2 kids tried killing that other kid with a sink. It happened in Edlington.
Right. Well, I swore earlier by accident, but he
Yes,
That
somehow he's
happened in
made it
Doncaster.
worse. Somehow he's made it worse.
That happened just before that show because I remember being there and there'd been a lot of comments
He's
about
going to
that.
do this. He's going to do this now. Now, when
So-
considering what we've got to talk about later, he's going to belittle Doncaster.
The 19th of September 2009, PW 101, Brave New World. What matches happened on that show in the top club in Edlington?
Right.
Can you remember any of them?
Brave New World.
If you can remember some talent, whoever gets the most
Greg
stuff
Burridge
right.
was there.
Oh, yeah. Was it not just Burridge by then? No, it was Greg
No,
Burridge,
it was-
wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't even there?
He wasn't on the debut
Right.
show.
No,
I'm gonna
he
say-
was, but he wasn't in a match. He was in an angle because I specifically remember turning up to the show and being asked if I would wear some trunks and pretend to be Burridge. And I went, not going to happen. To be honest with you.
You know what? I'll give you 1 point for that, just because it's not listed on Cage
What?
Match.
All right, okay. He worked for them. He's got the advantage. What about Martin Kirby
Yep.
against Martin Stone?
Yes, that was the main event of the show. We're one apiece. Daryl, do you want to throw in another guess?
Hot Martin on Martin action.
Okay. I think Chris Travis is a safe bet.
Yeah.
Wrestled.
Okay.
Yeah. He was in the opening match.
Okay, so
Right, okay.
we've gone Chris Travis and another safe bet for a British wrestling show. We're going to say El Ligero.
El Ligero was on the show, I believe. Oh, wait.
No.
No, he wasn't on the debut show.
Really?
Oh, really? I know he was on another show.
Yeah.
Of course there was more.
Yeah.
Because there was the pre-show for the 1PW show,
Yeah.
weren't there?
Yeah, exactly.
about them, yeah.
Well,
Right.
I remember that one. You see, I didn't go to the Edlington one.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Or did I?
Right.
Yeah.
Whoever can guess the next thing wins this round.
Okay.
This is the question I'll give you. So there was a tag team match that was born out of a singles match that featured Havoc and Matt Slater versus Teeny and Tiny.
Amazing. Sorry,
So
that's already amazing.
the two parts of
Who are these
this,
people?
I know who
the
they
two
are.
parts of this. First off, who was Teeny in Teeny and Tiny? And secondly, what was
Oh.
Havoc and Matt Slater's faction called?
Was Robbie X one of them?
Robbie X was that, yeah.
What?
Can you remember what the faction was called that they were against?
Whose faction?
Was it the Predators?
Was it the Diamond Exchange?
It was the Diamond
It was the
Exchange.
Diamond Exchange, yes!
God.
Surely I win everything for remembering that.
Daryl's the first one. Show number 2, the 24th of October from the Top Club again. Who can name some stuff that happened on this show? This was the main event of this show took me by surprise, and then it was paid off at the Doncaster Dome.
I've just remembered I did go to that first show because I remember where the Top Club is, and it is even worse
It's
than where the Granby
opposite
is.
of Netto, isn't it?
It's worse than where
Yeah.
the Granby is.
Yeah.
It's worse.
Yeah,
How is that
of course it is.
possible?
So I'll give you a clue. First one, shout it out. There was a rematch on this show.
Martin Stone versus Martin Kirby.
No,
Teeny and Tiny versus Matt Slater and the Diamond Exchange. or
Yes.
whatever. Yes.
that match happened. Can you remember what the main event was?
Martin
it was
Kirby.
it was a street fight
Martin Kirby against
between
Chris
two
Travis.
veterans.
Was Keith Myatt?
Keith
in it?
Myatt
Keith
against
Myatt was
Donnie
in it.
Bull.
Nope.
Oh,
Keith Myatt against
Ricky Knight. What are he on it?
No, that was at a 1PW show.
Keith
Yeah.
Myatt against Martin Stone.
No.
Keith
Neither
Myatt
you going to
against
get it.
Keith Myatt's
I'll
son.
end this round 1-0 to Graham. The main event was Keith Myatt versus Sykes in a street fight.
Sykes.
Let's keep barreling
Sykes
through.
did the job.
Yeah, he did in that
What?
one. A perfect twist of fate from the Doncaster Dome, the afternoon show
Right,
to a
I remember some of
1PW
this show.
anniversary.
I do like the
1PW
name
show.
of this
Yeah.
show though, because it
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Yeah. What was the notable thing about this show that you remember?
every wrestler that was a face on the 1PW show was a heel.
Yes, it was. That's the
Sometimes
point.
deliberately, including the debut of Negras Ligero,
Yep.
literally just to mess with them.
Do you remember who he faced for a point?
Stevie Lynn?
Stevie Lynn.
Well, you never know. Stevie Lynn.
It could have been Stevie Lynn. Why?
No,
why is
it
that?
wasn't.
Why are you Stevie Lynn shaming me?
I can't remember last time Stevie Lynn wrestled. I think
They were a good wrestler though.
he were good, but I think he pretty much stopped.
Cameron Craze. That's what
Yeah,
I
that is one that I'd like to know.
I like Cameron Craig.
The person who he wrestled, we've mentioned a few times under a different name.
Jeff Jarrett.
No.
What's today?
Robbie X.
Robbie X.
There
yeah.
you go.
So you're equal.
Negras Ligero versus Robbie X.
You're equal. I need you to tell me. Okay, there was 2 imports on this show. Oh, 3 imports even. Can you name just one of those imports?
Ruckus. No, not Ruckus.
You're so close.
Someone
with
else.
that.
Are you looking up on your phone?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'm Snapchatting somebody.
Okay.
Sabian. It was Sabian.
He was in the 7-way elimination match, which I believe was no gravity required. That was
Yes,
just a
it was,
7-way
yeah. I remember.
elimination match.
How do you not remember that no gravity required
Well, I
happened?
remember that.
Do you not remember that they had someone come out and pretend to be a representative of Doncaster Council? And then all the wrestlers did moves on them. Like that's something that would happen.
The other 2 imports on the show, Davey Richards was against Lionheart, and in the main event, it was Martin Kirby versus Steve Carino.
Now I would have said it was Martin Kirby against Martin Stone against. So there you go. I was wrong.
Right, 2 more to go. PW 101 afternoon show from the Hubs in Sheffield. So is that
that's
2
why
rounds
it's
to
2.
1 to Graham?
I don't know.
Yes.
2 rounds to 1 to Graham.
Well,
That's why it's
so,
because I didn't go to the afternoon.
There's only
show,
one
so-
question for this. Which current WWE superstar was on the PW 101 afternoon show? That's the second time I've done that. Which current WWE star
You
was on
guess
the
first,
afternoon
you're
show?
blind.
Corey Graves?
No.
Neville.
No.
All right.
No,
Was Neville
so
on the
he's in
show,
the
though?
205 division.
Jimmy Havoc.
Jim Havoc's not in WWE.
Well,
No,
you
I'm
said
Dar.
technically he was.
Yes, Noam Dar. We're 2 apiece going into the final round.
Oh, my boy.
Afternoon at the evening show, PW 101 Unstoppable.
Right, I've got this.
By the way, the best part of this, PW 101 Unstoppable was their final show.
Yes, it was. Ironically, unstoppable.
And we're going to go back to the
This is the one where
yeah.
we're going to go back to the previous format.
You can say it if you want.
Name as many matches as you can.
Right. Okay. Martin Kirby versus Chris Travis.
Yes.
Because I remember a bunch of people were saying it was a great match, and it wasn't. I'm sorry, but it wasn't. It was a bunch of spots. No, it wasn't. It was bad.
Chav did
sorry,
the
he ran up the wall.
Yeah,
and
that was cool.
Right. Chris Travis, okay,
meant to be a
whatever.
heel in that match.
But he was supposed to be the heel, and he ran up the wall to make himself look cool. So no,
he
it was a bad
pointed
match.
across the room to his friends and said, "See, I told you I was going to do it."
Exactly.
I think it was to Rick.
So it was a bad-
Specifically.
Precisely, it was to Rick, so it was a bad match. Steve Carino against Martin Kirby.
Yep.
Yep.
No, wait.
No,
Steve Carino wasn't
Sorry,
against Martin Kirby.
Martin Kirby against Martin Stone.
I'm going to swear, and I don't care.
You've nearly, you've said the wrong thing twice.
Steve Carino against Martin Kirby against Martin Stone.
No.
Steve
You've already
Carino
said Martin
against Martin
Kirby.
Stone.
Yes.
There you go.
So 2. So let Daryl get in here.
I'm just swearing because I don't care.
Okay.
Right, I actually don't care now. Kid Cash slapped commentator around like a right little bitch because he is a little bitch. Said it.
That's 1 point. What match? Who's he against in that match? Can you remember for a second point?
Oh, no. Neville.
No.
Oh.
Davey Richards.
So, no, there was a rematch on this show
Martin
from a
Stone.
previous 1PW show. A main event.
Hold on. What?
There was a rematch from, actually,
Were it Barbed Wire Massacre, Abyss versus Steve Carino?
no, so
Abyss wasn't there.
the culmination of a feud that had happened in 2 previous shows, the culmination was an I Quit match on this show.
Sykes versus Keith Meyer.
Yes.
Yes.
I think you're running away with it.
Who did,
Yeah.
Kid, who did Kid Cash beat? Who did he wrestle? Even?
Darren Burridge.
Oh, yeah. Were he Darren at this point or Greg?
He was
Greg.
Darren. Oh, yeah, he was Greg Burridge.
Definitely Greg.
So, you're 3-1 up.
Yeah, because I've got a
So-
autistic memory.
What we're going to do here is, I'm going to give you 2 chances to get it to the top, and the last one is worth 2 points for you.
Okay.
So, first off, which cameraman was injured during the Freeway Hardcore Tag match when a light tube got smashed over someone's head right in front of him?
Were it Mullet? Did he get... No. I don't know who.
Phil. Was it not Phil?
It was me.
Oh, no.
The second time it happened to me, first time was at the Dome. First time was at the Dome, so I'd always been wary about being ringside during light tubes being used, and I got told there wasn't going to be light tubes in that match. I was lied to. And a light
Well,
tube
you were
got thing
lied
up.
to by the owners of PW 101.
Yeah, and
formerly the owners of 1PW.
it wasn't as bad as
Future the owners of Pro Wrestling Republic.
The previous time was worse than this time. I just got a few cuts on my arm that time. Okay, the final question.
He's hardcore.
You can't win it, but just for the thing.
Just for life.
Who won the PW 101 title in a 12-man battle royal in the main event?
I haven't got a clue.
Come on, it's obviously someone.
Martin Kirby.
No,
Boring.
Martin Stone.
Martin Stone was the one.
Yeah.
Graham wins 3 out of 2.
Yes.
Remember in Pro Wrestling 101, we've not done as 1PW show that we've promised 2 years ago, but we've technically done a show on Pro Wrestling 101.
There you go. Enjoy that.
Episode 101, PW 101, all there.
Right, well, that's going to link very kindly into this then, isn't it? It's almost like we planned the show. So, Ring of Honor are coming back to the UK.
Yes, they are.
They're coming back to 3 venues.
Yes.
So, they're returning to 2 and they're going to a new one.
Well, they're returning to a city, but they're not returning to the same venue.
Okay, fair enough. They're returning to a city, but not to the same venue, and then they're returning to another venue. So, Daryl,
Yeah.
what is the capital of Scotland?
Edinburgh.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're going to Edinburgh.
I got it right.
Dan, what is the capital of England?
London.
Okay. And for a bonus point, what is the capital of literally nowhere and doesn't make any sense, but they're doing it anyway? The correct answer is you're right. You're both right. They're going to Doncaster Dome. Yes. 1P dub. 1P dub. It's like Greg's the Bakers all over again. Like that happened. Don't believe the hype.
Was it Greg's or Copeland's?
It doesn't matter, does it? All that matters is that he lied about that. I went into the bakers and people chanted 1PW at me. Don't believe the hype. This time we're not going to cancel the show. £65 front row. Or £60 if you buy both nights. Audience of 1. Yeah, Ring of Honor is coming to the Doncaster Dome.
And don't forget the eBay sales.
Oh yeah, don't forget that. But you can bid on ticket for £12. It'll be fine. We brought the Iron Sheik in. Hey, Iron Sheik, what do you think of Viacom? Oh, obscure references for the room only. I'll explain. I'll fill while these
I'm dead.
Ring of Honor are coming to the UK again, and one of their venues, their Sunday night, their final show in the UK, is at the Doncaster Dome, former home of One Pro Wrestling, off of who everyone in this room, with the exception of me, used to work for.
Well, they're probably thinking that was the site of one of the first Ring of Honor title defences. Well, Doncaster was, because we all know it happened in the Granby rather than Doncaster Dome. One of the first Ring of Honor title defences outside of Ring of Honor in the UK.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Do you remember that match?
Yeah.
Do you remember who the young hot babyface going for the title was?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was like one of the biggest stars at that time. I mean, he still thinks he is now, but I used to like him then because that was a decade ago. So Nigel McGuinness was the champion of Ring of Honor, wasn't he?
Yeah, before he got Ed Medal.
Yeah, exactly. And then he was opening a Ring of Honor challenge, and who answered it?
Lionheart.
Lionheart. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Lionheart.
Wait, did he fly McGuinness over?
Not this time.
Not this time. No, you wait for that later. But then they had a one-on-one match. It was great.
Can I tell exactly what happened on this? Because it's funnier than like just making something up. So McGuinness arrives at the venue and goes, "You know what? I've always wanted to work Keith." Can we
remind everyone who Keith is?
Keith Myatt, 25-year Matt veteran. Lovely bloke. But he walks in and
very
goes...
nice undercard guy on the World of Sport.
Yeah.
But can I just point out, and I don't know if we were going to point this out, I don't fault Keith for a second.
No.
Oh, no. Not at all. No, I don't blame him.
In fact, from how I remember it, Keith did say, like, oh, no, fans are wanting just singles match and stuff, and McGuinness was like, no, like, make it a freeway with Keith. He deserves an opportunity like this. He's a legend. And we're genuinely, like, wanting to work with him.
I'll give one of my friends a lot of credit, right? When Keith came out to interrupt Lionheart as he was challenging Ring of Honor, as he was challenging Nigel for the he shouted very loudly, and because it's the Granby, everyone can hear. They haven't heard of Butlins in Ring of Honor, which I've got. That was quite a good. That was quite a good
pretty
line.
Funny.
Yeah, he's a heel. It's
well
fine.
Happy for Keith. Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't blame him for a second. Not at all. And actually, the way things turned out, now, if you ask me, who would I rather see? I'd rather see Keith. So,
yeah. And it weren't even unbelievable that he'd win it because Xavier were champion once.
Yeah, but it was though by that point, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I was just
okay. Are you trying to be funny?
Yeah,
funny that. Yeah, good joke.
So
do you remember that Bison Smith?
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's dead. But I didn't kill him. What? They had Bison Smith tag with Andy Wilde. They did.
Didn't Bison Smith shout in the middle of the ring something like, "Who the F is this guy?"
Yeah, pretty much.
He got really annoyed.
It was Bison Smith and Andy Wilde against Fight Club.
Yeah.
I think that was the second Fight Club, which was Kid Fight and Liam Thompson.
Yeah.
He of persistent concussion fame. And Andy Wilde was just a guy who tagged along with the Scottish guys.
Yeah.
Who were in Fight Club before him?
Judge Jimmy James.
Judge. Was he really a judge or what?
He'd spent a lot of time on the bench, so, close enough. See? Bants. Yeah, Ring of Honor's coming to Doncaster.
I'll be going to this, and they're bringing some New Japan people over too, so I'm definitely going.
Yeah, because they've got the little New Japan inside the Ring of Honor logo.
Yeah,
they've not announced anything for it yet.
Imagine, like, what if it's like... I mean, it'd probably be like Senada or someone like that, but what if Kenny Omega comes to the...
They're not bringing Kenny Omega to...
Wait, is
Kenny Omega comes
one
to
of
the
wrestlers? Did he get it right?
Yeah.
Oh.
It'd probably be the Hung Bucks.
Yeah, Young Bucks will be on show. And Cody.
But what if Senada... What if Kenny
I hope Cody's main event is...
No, I'm counting on it being Cody, my friend. I am counting on it. I hope I get thrown out. I'll wave our podcast banner and get thrown out, and I'm okay with it.
Don't get it taken off you though. I paid for that.
Well, I won't get it taken off me. You just say you took it off me. Like, if worst comes to worst, you deny all knowledge of me. It's fine.
So yeah, that'll be good.
Yep.
What else are we chatting about?
What are the rings?
Are we chatting
Well, why don't you just talk about On Horizon?
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
On Horizon. So yeah, that happened last week in New Japan. It's a Ring of Honor show that New Japan puts on, and I saw most of both shows. The interesting bits were the guy of the weekend. Out of all Ring of Honor roster and New Japan roster, who do you think shone the most that weekend? Like out of random people.
I only know like Ring of Honor rosters from like 2006.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll have heard of him because I only heard of him this weekend.
Pele Primo.
No, the Beer City Bruiser. He's a fat bloke who was trained by Harley Race, and he somehow managed to be like the star of the weekend. He had the best Goto match I've seen in a long time.
Is he your go-to Goto guy?
Yeah.
Oh, bang, here all week.
And then on the second night, when it was supposed to be Dalton Castle versus Trent Beretta for the Ring of Honor title, Beer City Bruiser came out and said, I promised my old lady that I'd bring on my title, and if I don't, I won't ender it. So I'm adding myself to this match. And got a Ring of Honor title shot and was kind of the star of that match too.
Where's the Beer City?
I'm not sure.
Or is he... is it separate things and he's the city bruiser who likes beer?
Bit of column A, bit of column B, I think.
Okay, cool.
So the thing everyone was talking about, it was the reunion of the Golden Lovers. They got a massive pop on the first night when they came out to their old music, and Kenny Omega was being happy slappy babyface.
Happy slapping baby
You know, like,
face. What, like
slapping people's hands and
films
stuff.
himself slapping people downstairs and then he puts it on YouTube.
Well, he don't have to film it himself.
Happy
Young
Clappy,
Bucks film
I
it
think
for him.
maybe.
Yeah, Happy Clappy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's probably better. They did a load of stuff with Marty Scurll being a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Like half and half between Cody
Tweener?
and Kenny.
Bisexual?
No, not bisexual.
No, I suppose no.
But then the big part of it was on the second night after the Golden Lovers defeated Cody and Marty, Kenny Omega got on the mic and said, I've got no doubt that we'll be the best tag team in the world, which brought out the Young Bucks, who said, we've tried to stay out of all this, but we take exception to that. And just so you know, we're now heavyweights.
Yeah.
Which has led to the match being announced, Golden Lovers versus Young Bucks.
Are they still the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team
No.
champions?
No, they lost
That
it.
would have
Show a yo, innit?
that would have
Yeah.
made that a bit awkward.
Yeah, I know about New Japan.
Yeah.
Red Bunky Freaky.
Well, you showed me, yo. See what I did there? See, more ponds here all week.
So yeah, we're getting the Young Bucks versus Golden Lovers.
That'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be a really interesting, good match.
Yeah.
Young Bucks...
Is that that LA show?
I'm not 100% sure.
Probably is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a strong style Evolve.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, come to me for Japanese
Sorry,
news.
yeah. Sorry, Daryl on Japan sounds so much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Don't rhyme. Get a better name. Can we call you... We can call you Dan, which means you're Daryl. What am I then? Oh, no. You Phil whilst I figure out my name.
So we've been chatting a lot.
Have we?
Yeah. And someone's got something to say about people who chat.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Paige.
going to have to swear.
Yeah, to explain what it
say
is.
what she's had on her tattoo.
Yeah, we actually are going to have to. So this doesn't count,
Yeah,
even though he's already sworn anyway.
so-
So,
Ring
we-
fence.
Wait, so we can all say the tattoo once, yeah?
okay,
So I'm going to use mine now.
right, that's fine.
I want to get it wrong on purpose.
Okay, yeah,
So you
great.
got a tattoo on her hand that says "chat shit get banged."
Oh no, it
Well,
doesn't.
but I can't remember what it says. That's why I've said that.
Yeah.
It says "chat S word." See, sent to myself.
Yeah, it doesn't say that though, does it?
No, what does it say?
Don't know because it's not on her Instagram anymore.
Oh, get bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat shit, get bit.
Yeah.
There's mine.
So
That's me use mine.
it says. Tell me what it says on one hand,
Chat shit.
and then on the other hand it says,
Get bit.
"Yeah." So we've all used on one.
Great.
Yeah.
It's on the side of the hand though, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Does she wear gloves to the ring?
No,
No, so at Elimination Chamber, she came out to accompany her two
Yeah.
mates, and then she walked straight to the back. And apparently, I don't know who told people this, but apparently she had like concealer on her hand or something.
I looked for it today because
Yeah.
obviously I watched it after the event,
Yeah.
and she definitely had something in her hand because it
Yeah.
wasn't there.
And well, put it this way: like if you get a tattoo and you're not meant to cover it with anything.
Oh, here we go, tattoo expert.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
you're
like,
not,
oh, I've
you're
got
not meant
tattoos.
You have to keep it hydrated and
Oh,
everything.
to. Yeah,
Ukraine on my leg.
yeah. So that what?
Too far? No, good. Just checking.
Now, can you remember what he does when we cross the line on that stuff?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
do.
he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah. I
do
remember
that.
what he
Yeah.
does,
What do I do?
You shout something very offensive
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's fine.
to make sure it gets cut.
Yeah.
Good thing we went live streaming as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah, not thought about that, have we? Got to be careful with that with the old live stream. Carry on.
I can't remember where we were up
You were
to.
talking about tattoos and don't put concealer on them.
Oh yeah,
Bad
yeah.
idea.
So she's probably ruined it.
Yeah. Also, isn't that a really like bad place to get tattoos anyway? Because it just like the skin just regenerates all the time.
Yeah.
Like, because there's certain places you can get tattoos and they'll stop on for ages,
Yeah.
and certain places you can get tattoos and they just wipe off.
It'll blur and blend in and.
I have a friend who had dad on the sort of ball of her hand. I don't know what you call it.
like the part, like on a palm.
Yeah, it's
kind
really
of.
odd, but it's barely there now.
Yeah, it's
Didn't
not, it's
the
not
guitarist from Korn get God either there? I think he got it on like the webbing in between his thumb and finger. He just got the word God
I
there.
was about to try and make a joke about everything being so blurry, but then I remember that's not Korn. Isn't that POD or someone?
No, they
I
had
don't know.
a thing called Blurry, I think.
Oh, well, there you go then.
no-
Everything's so blurry.
Do you want to know the reason why he got that tattoo?
'Cause-
It was to stop him having alone time. because he'd have to think about
That
God.
is just awful.
Yeah.
Is that why Paige has got these?
Might be.
Stop her chatting. Oh no! Oh, look at the side of my hands. I can't chat. Oh, I've just put my hands down. Now it's fine.
So, since Era and Del Rio split up, he's been a bit quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Who do you think were probably wanting relationship? Just saying, let's move on.
He was in Belfast this week.
Was he?
Yeah, he made his way to 5-star wrestling.
Oh.
Are we covering this?
Only because he spent. What do you think? Alberto Del Rio? Sorry, first of all, Alberto El Patron, which I'll come back to in a minute. What do you think Alberto Del Rio spent the first 20 minutes of the show doing?
Snorting cocaine.
No, although that is a good guess.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Quite a long, stupid, boring promo.
Shoot promo, probably.
Yeah. Also, he was talking about the fact that when he was last in Belfast, was his first WWE tour, and he missed his child's birth because he couldn't get over because of the volcano. That was probably his child being born to the wife that he left for Paige. I'm just saying.
Who was actually? I didn't watch it because we keep having problems with Sky. But who was actually on the show? Because all the
Jodie
people I know
Fleisch.
couldn't get there.
Yeah, Jodie Fleisch and Ligero were
Chris Masters and Carlito were there.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. Kid Fight and the other Scottish one that he knocks about with. Some Irish people had a fight with some other people. And but the reason I bring up Jodie Fleisch is he had the match with Alberto Del Rio.
Okay.
And so he's Alberto El Patron, and then Jodie Fleisch goes, right, so if you want to see me fight Alberto Del Rio, give it. It's like, yeah, that's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Boo him.
I'm sure nobody in WWE was even watching, so it'd be fine.
No.
They don't care. And neither do we. Move on.
Hopefully the people at Fox aren't watching.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, what were they watching this week, though? What were they the very front row of?
Yeah.
They were at Raw, weren't they?
Front row
Fox
Raw.
Sports. You know, like, we've got Sky Sports.
Yeah.
Well, like, Fox over there took ages to get into it, but they've started Fox Sports, like, a few years back.
Yeah.
Around the same time they got the UFC rights.
Yeah.
And now they're interested in pursuing the WWE.
And apparently they're going to offer him more money than they're offering the UFC for this renewal too.
Right. I was a bit like, oh, I can't bother with this. And then I found something out. So
Go on.
I think, right. Rupert Murdoch, evil, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Evil Empire, Fox News, horrible. Yeah? Terrible.
Okay.
So there's no reason we would ever possibly support them, is there?
Well,
I know this one.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I
They're
don't know.
actually if they take Raw, they want it cut down to 2 hours.
There's a reason
Get
for
Raw
it
on
too.
Fox. I'm campaigning now.
It's because Raw would have to be on the major network,
Yep.
and all the Fox major networks have news at 10.
Yep. So they want to cut Raw to 2 hours. So get Raw on Fox.
No
is it-
overrun or anything.
yeah, but is it Raw only on 3 hours because USA pay him to do 3 hours?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so if Fox paid him a considerable amount of money to just do a 2 hour show, I think they'd just do a 2 hour show, wouldn't they?
Yeah. It'll hopefully
Actually,
improve it.
realistically, unless it's going to be a massive difference, surely if they're comparable, but Fox only want 2 hours and Raw and USA want 3, surely Fox is the best deal anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's literally no way that USA can match that unless they literally pay more on top. So say it's 60 million for an hour, right? And Fox are offering 180 million for 3 hours, and USA are offering 120 million for 3 hours, and Fox are offering 120 million for 2 hours. Well, even if they're the same money, surely you go to don't you like? I can't see.
Yeah.
It'd need to literally be USA would need to be offering like 190 million for 3 or something, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, they're going to get rich.
Anything that
More rich.
either way, all I know is that anything that cuts Raw down by an hour is fine by me. Because I wouldn't say it's unwatchable. This week was all right, but it's not good, is it?
Yeah.
Tell you who wasn't on Raw this week, which we'll get back to, but it's relevant to this.
Yeah.
Well, Brock Lesnar, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Not on Raw. Why?
Well,
But for Raw, apparently. Why weren't they on Raw?
yeah, they advertised a face-off between him and Roman, didn't they?
They did, yeah, but what was he doing before that?
Hanging out with Dana White.
Yeah, chilling out in Vegas, baby. So is he going back to UFC?
No.
Well, it's-
Why not? He's going to have that fight with John Jones, isn't he?
Oh.
Oh.
He's had
Not at John Jones on Twitter, at Johnny Bones or whatever it is.
He had his license revoked, hadn't he?
Oh, what, Brock Lesnar?
No, John Jones, because
Oh, dear.
he was meant to do some. He's had it revoked for basically because he failed a drugs test, but it was the hearing this week, and they asked him if he's done the online test that they asked him to do, which will like educate him on like how to not have like taken supplements or anything like that. And he said, "No, I've not done them." And they said, "Well, it's on record. You said you've done them, but you've signed them." He went, yeah, my management did it for me. They went, yeah, but you've signed it. They went, yeah, the forgeable signature. And then the woman said, you don't think you should get better management?
Phenomenal.
The best part of that is on the live stream, they actually managed to get a shot of John Jones and his manager sat directly behind him as he said it, and his manager's head just dropped. It was just so, like, whoever's directing those live streams obviously has ideas like to go higher than that. Like, and the wide shot, and there's the emotion.
He's not even good at lying, and he's been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah, but what we're saying about John Jones to WWE?
Might happen if he doesn't get a big. Might happen if he gets a big ban from USADA.
Yeah,
that wouldn't stop him from wrestling, would it?
Well,
no.
We've had because we've had something.
Brock.
Yeah, we've had something like this before, haven't we? Where they were like, would it cause an issue? And it doesn't, does it?
No.
Well, yeah, Brock's suspension is currently stalled as well because he retired.
Fighting,
No, you don't know if it's stalled because USADA were asked about this, and they said that if you want to get back in the testing pool, they don't announce it. So it'd have to.
Because I remember there's a rumor, probably midway through last year, was it? Probably around the time of SummerSlam. Actually, I think it was that he was back in the testing pool, wasn't there?
Yeah. So that they've said that they wouldn't they don't announce if you're back in the testing pool, and it's not for them to say. So like if Brock announces it, or if UFC announce it, if he's in cahoots with UFC again, or if it just leaks somehow, then yeah, it'll come out, but they don't announce it. So
depending when he went back, because I think he announced that he was leaving the testing pool in August, September time.
Yeah.
So if he re-added pretty much straight away, he still can't fight until September, October, when his suspension would be up. Yeah.
What do you reckon? Will he fight again?
I don't see why not. Like,
I think maybe even like a few months back, even if the I'm sorry, I'm making no sense here. Basically, what I'm saying is they've got some better heavyweights now, so it might be all right for him to fight, even though there's no Johnny Bones Jones.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the John Jones fight is the one that makes loads of money, but you'll do all right against like a Stipe Miocic or that other fella that Stipe Miocic knocked out, Francis Ngannou. That's him.
I think WWE should sign.
When's Frank Mir back? We need the trilogy, baby.
Frank Mir is facing Fedor Emelianenko in Bellator.
Oh, he's in that tournament, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the winner of that faces Chael Sonnen.
Hilarious.
Yeah, the real heavyweight champion.
Yeah, real heavyweight.
Chael Sonnen.
Chael's been talking crap about Fedor for the last few years as well, so I hope that fight happens.
Because he's a fake fighter from Japan. Referees wearing earpieces.
Why can't they sign Chael Sonnen?
Because it wouldn't translate well.
No, you're right.
All the wrestlers all the fighters everyone's ever gone, oh, they'll be good wrestlers, have been rubbish. Like Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, but come on, these are all where? Yeah, but where are these all?
Don't matter, does it?
It does matter.
On the other side, Matt Riddle.
Yeah, but nobody ever said he'd be a good wrestler, did they?
He's the 5-star tap or snap champion.
Yeah, I did watch that match.
Yeah.
I saw the Plymouth show.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't make this week's show. He had to go all the way back to America.
Good that, innit? Yeah. I tell you what, we all made this week's show, didn't we? We all made this week's Royal Rumble show because we've got a very important show to talk about. That, well, I mean, we couldn't see any of this coming, but like the Elimination Chamber, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on, wasn't it? I was about to say it was good, but I don't know if that's necessarily
Well, we'll tell them if it were good.
Well, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Hold on after this break, and we'll let you know one way or another.
The best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousine, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want. The Nature Boy.
No escape. The WWE pay-per-view done. I try this every year, don't I? And I always forget that I don't know any more German other than Wie heißt du?
You should type it on Google Translate and just let it play into the microphone.
Jawohl.
I don't know what that means.
Nein.
What?
Krankenschwester.
I literally don't know what
that means nurse. Ich habe Magenschmerzen.
Je ne comprends pas.
I have stomach.
I never did German at school.
No, I did.
Yeah,
Could you tell?
Yeah.
Wie alt bist du?
What?
How old are you?
Uh,
Nothing to do with Nick Aldis.
27.
Cool. Well then.
How do you say 27 in German?
27.
Ask me again.
Wie alt bist du?
Sieb und Zandig.
Not Zandig. 27 Jahre alt. We're talking about Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. So, big surprises in this one.
Yeah.
How much of it did you watch?
I watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing
I just cherry picked.
today. And people will be able to date the fact that I didn't watch it on Sunday or even watch it spoiler free. But even if I'd been watching it live, I wouldn't have been watching it spoiler free, would I? Because I've watched WWE for the last 3 years. First match was the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss defending her title against Bayley, the Absolution Girls, Sasha Banks, and Mickie James, who was dressed up as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to talk about with this is I find it quite interesting that Mandy Rose is now the first person to be eliminated from a Women's Royal Rumble and the first person to be eliminated from the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's the first in both of those for women.
First, the worst. That's all.
Is all you've got to add?
Yeah. Mandy Rose is great, isn't she? She's my favourite member of the Riot Squad. I mean, oh no, Absolution, completely different team.
Yeah.
She's all right though, isn't she?
Is she?
No. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? No, she's not.
She a goer? Did she go?
I don't know. I've got very little to say about this pay-per-view. Do you know, I've just really realised that now. The match was fine, apart from the bit partway through where they all climbed up and then one of them just climbed down. Remember that?
No.
Oh, well. Okay.
It'll be fresher in your mind.
Yeah, they set up the match about like alliances to take down Absolution. Because Absolution had gone in there saying, it doesn't matter which one of us wins, we're going to make sure no one else does. And then, so you got Bayley and Sasha Banks kind of teaming up together to face off with them. And then Alexa Bliss and Mickie James having a short union.
Yeah, not that short. It was still together on Raw, weren't they?
Yeah, but I mean, like in the actual match where...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
they teamed up for a bit and then
they sort
Mickie
of had
James
to do
went
that,
for
though,
it.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Because, like, otherwise, if they're carrying it on afterwards, which I was very surprised by, then, like, this match was set up to make people look stupid. I'm just going to say that. People looked really stupid.
Give me an example.
Both the Absolution girls looked really stupid because when someone was about to come out, they were just stood there going, oh, what do we do? We'll just stand here and wait for them to come out. Instead of like, they could both literally stand next to the, like, either side of the door, and then when they come out, just knock them back and forth like a tennis match.
Yes.
On a similar vein, Sasha Banks and Bayley, right, they're a little team at this point, aren't they?
Yeah.
Little team, right? So they're chasing Alexa Bliss around. Alexa Bliss, to get away from them, climbs up. I'll accept that, okay? Because they're trapped in. So, yeah, it is quite stupid, but it's not completely stupid.
Fighting from uphill, it's an advantageous position.
Well, exactly. So, she's got the higher ground or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I'll accept that. So she climbs up. Both Bayley and Sasha Banks climb up either side of her. So she then just climbs down. And then they have to climb back down. And then they eventually end up on top of a pod. And that's the point at which Sasha Banks, moron, decides, oh, this is my opportunity to smack Bayley in the face. Go, Bayley, I've smacked you in the face. Never mind, it's two of us against one. And if she really, like, the commentators were like, oh, well, she's got to take the opportunity to take Bayley out. And, like, if she's supposed to think that she's better than Bayley, why wouldn't she use Bayley to beat Alexa Bliss and then pin Bayley?
Logic.
No, it don't make sense, does it? And it wasn't even like supposed to be a heel turn because then the next night on Raw she was the face again. What's the point? Just, I mean, setting up alliances in matches like this 9 times out of 10 just makes the baby faces look like idiots, especially when the heel's the one that wins.
A lot of times in WWE, the baby faces do look like idiots, though.
Yeah, especially Bayley.
The one time that didn't happen was the Mickie James Alexa Bliss one, because when Mickie James went after Alexa Bliss, she got a huge reaction, and then the crowd booed when she got pinned and eliminated.
Yeah. And
so it worked in that way, but then completely failed in the other.
And she's sort of ended up as a de facto heel now,
Yeah.
Mickie James, because she's stood by Alexa the next night going, oh, you're good. Thanks for saying I'm good. I'm a 6-time champion. It's not 7 like Trish Stratus, but that don't matter. It's all right. Match was fine. Apart from that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just felt like it were there. I didn't really.
I think a lot of the problem is that I didn't believe anyone else would win.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't.
Yeah, like of all the names in the match, like why would any of the others win?
I mean, you could maybe say, oh well, maybe they were wanting to build to Bayley against Sasha Banks, but I didn't think they were going to do that now. So if they'd done a Sasha Banks heel turn, I could have seen that, but I didn't think they were going to. So what's the point?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's.
To a match that obviously had more point to it than the one before it.
Is the next one we're going to talk about Asuka against Nia Jax?
No, there's one in between there.
What do you mean?
You just made the same mistake I made when Daryl originally wrote the list out.
I don't understand.
Where even after talking about the list,
Yep.
I missed one.
And reading the list right in front of me.
Yeah.
I've missed this one.
Yeah, and then it was when he actually specifically mentioned the match that I remembered it happened, but I don't remember much about it. And it was Cesaro and Sheamus versus Apollo and Titus O'Neil.
The Bar versus Apollo, no surname, and Titus O'Neil.
Apollo and Titus O'Neil, which makes it sound like they're an item.
Yeah. I liked one single thing about this, and that was at the start of the match where I think it was Corey Graves went, yeah, basically Apollo and Titus O'Neil have been winning matches against Cesaro and Sheamus, but at the end of the day, if you don't win the playoff match, what was the point of winning the league matches in the first place? And I was like, oh, that works for their sport analogy. I can skip this match now, and I did.
Yeah, I like Cesaro and Sheamus as a team.
They've been teamed for ages. They're doing really well. I like them.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember really anything apart from the bar one.
Yeah, they won. Huge
Great.
surprise.
Great.
But don't worry, they had a 2 out of 3 falls match the next night on Raw.
Yeah, did they win that as
Yeah,
well?
still won. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What? Who else did you think was win? Apollo and Titus.
Maybe.
Literally, they're like the two least interesting people in their own group, and the group's named after Titus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dana Brooke.
He's got two interesting.
Titus. O'Neil is the name of the man.
I think we found a loophole with the jar here.
Yeah,
Just talk about Titus.
jar hole. Probably not call it a jar hole. Yeah.
Asuka versus Nia Jax. You know, Asuka had never faced someone like Nia Jax before.
No, apart from all the times that she's faced Nia Jax before.
Yeah, I beat her clean.
Yeah. On NXT, which they also like. You can't have it both ways. You can't be like Asuka won for NXT in ages, and also go she's never faced Nia Jax before, or Bayley, or all these people that she faced in NXT. You can't have it both
it's one of the
ways.
drawbacks to NXT, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. Because they pick and choose what suits, but the problem is that if you're going to pick and choose what suits from NXT, the people who remember NXT are going to remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
especially when it's like somebody like Asuka.
Yeah.
Where her gimmick is she won all of her matches.
Yeah.
It's not like it's bloody Bo Dallas, is it?
I still love the fact that they like turn all the lights off and just have the mask on screen before her music plays, and it gets a big reaction every time.
I didn't like. They did a thing on Raw. Was it this week or the other week? They tried to do like a quick entrance theme for her, but it was supposed to also get a reaction. It was when was it when Ronda was in the ring or something? All I know is like you know, like some people they've got like entrance versions of their themes, rather than long versions. But it didn't make any sense for Asuka because they just went straight into the da 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 that bit. But that misses the sting. You could just use the sting. Like, surely the whole point of the quick entrance is it's supposed to get a pop, isn't it?
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Okay.
It was silly. Stop it. Just I've had enough of that. Just stop it.
Was it on this pay-per-view where they had Asuka's mask on the floor and Nia Jax stamped on it?
Yes.
Well, that was good.
Yeah, that was all right. But the problem is then they go up and it's still Nia Jax up. You know, like the foot looks good, and then you go off. Oh, it's still Nia Jax, and I can't take her seriously.
Why?
I don't know. There's just something about her that I don't take seriously.
Another
I
thing,
think it's the whole I'm not like most girls thing, and the shifty dog eyes from the Simpsons.
I'll counterpoint this with another positive. After showing Nia Jax step on the mask, Asuka came out in a different mask.
Yeah, I did quite like that.
Whereas normally they would have just sent her out in another one from merch stand, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
but she came out in a completely different mask, which I liked.
A super powered mask, which allowed her to roll Nia Jax up. This whole match was built around Nia Jax paggering Asuka. What's point?
Because Nia Jax needs to be set up for Alexa Bliss.
She probably does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Why?
I can't even explain it. It's just...
but Asuka's going to go for Charlotte, isn't she?
Well, she is, but they're still stringing along with this. Oh, she's going to fight Alexa Bliss, and they're just talking about like that's going to be a fact. They're not even building any intrigue for it. I wonder if it's because they then want it to be a surprise, and I use that in inverted commas.
Yeah.
Because people will either not be surprised, but also have no build up to it because they've not done it properly. I don't know. I'm probably just complaining for the sake of complaining. The fact that they've got like more than 3 women's angles running on across 2 programs is certainly a huge boost.
Wait till they go down to 2 hours on Fox.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's getting cut? The women's angles.
205 and Divas Live.
See, I thought this match was all right.
You know what I've just thought? Right, I'm going to make one of my hilarious predictions here. So if they go to Fox, they'll do the first hour in WWE Network. I bet they still do 3 hours of Raw.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it'll be the Raw pre-show with matches.
I thought you would say with Matt Stryker.
Not with Matt. No one wants Matt Stryker.
No
The
one
thing
wants
is,
Matt Stryker.
the first week or so, they'll have like big stars on it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it'll literally be not worth your while.
It'll be like Superstars.
Yeah.
Yeah, or main event, or any show that's not called Raw.
Live wire.
Well.
No?
Vic Venom ringing up.
Jacked, Metal, Heat, Velocity, Super Astros. There you go.
Okay.
So yeah, after this match as well, after Asuka won, Nia Jax destroyed her and then walked off.
Yeah, good. Keeping Asuka strong. She's undefeated. She look undefeated, but that's not the point.
Yeah. Next match, Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Literally, no one has benefited from a feud with Bray Wyatt.
No.
Ever.
No.
So we got this wrong.
Did we all say that Bray
we
Wyatt?
all
was
said
winning?
Bray Wyatt, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was wrong.
Well, it's got to keep going, they've got one apiece
You know,
now.
right, in defence of Bray Wyatt in this situation, I don't think this is totally his fault.
No.
Matt Hardy's gimmick in WWE now is to laugh.
Also, the gimmick doesn't work, right? I know I've slated the broken gimmick in the past, right? What appeals about it could never work in WWE. And it's only now that I'm really seeing that.
Go on.
Because in a small-time company like TNA, they have so much freedom they could do what they like. So they could have an hour or half an hour, whatever, on the program to do what they like. Now, you could argue they could be afforded that time on the WWE TV, but they never would. So it was never really going to work. And, you know, I didn't call it. I'm not going to be one of these people that goes, "Phew, I knew it." No, I didn't know that because I think I assumed they would be given certain freedom. And I thought, you know, this can work. The more I look at it, the more I go, no, that was my own stupid fault thinking that might work. It never was going to work.
You know, at WrestleMania, we're going to get like the culmination of this in some sort of like big
If they
filmed
don't
match.
do like a final deletion type match,
Yeah.
then that's a stupid idea.
Yeah, but we've seen them do final deletion with the New Day and the Wyatt family, and
Yeah.
it was awful.
Yeah, it was.
And then the House of Horrors,
Yeah,
which was even worse.
Which also involved Bray Wyatt,
Yeah.
and was worse. Like I said, worse than
there's
worse.
a common factor here.
yeah.
Jeremy Borash is on board now, though, so don't worry. It's going to be sorted. He's brought Vanguard 1 and all his mates. Be fine. This match was nothing.
Yeah.
People chanted Rusev Day.
Yeah, they did. Why has Rusev not been on TV the last few weeks?
Probably because he's popular. He was on TV on Tuesday.
Was he on TV this
yeah,
week?
You didn't watch SmackDown, did you?
No.
All I'm saying is Jeff Hardy's not coming back as Brother Nero. 100%.
No,
He's coming back as single star
He'll
Jeff
come back
Hardy.
as separate man, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he got injured. Well, let's take that
probably
advantage.
probably on SmackDown, or they'll draft Matt to SmackDown and Jeff will be on Raw, and he's coming back as Jeff Hardy, and he's going to have an intercontinental US title reign, and then they'll flirt with him being at main event until they realise he's still a dirty smackhead.
I was going to say, I was going to keep on with that, Fred, saying, I hope he's not back on SmackDown because he's done well to get off of SmackDown.
Off of the Smack. SmackDown is a euphemism for drugs.
Next up, we got the contract signing of the sign-pointing extraordinaire, Ronda Rousey. And this segment actually saved her a bit for me, I felt.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
so what I liked about this is I feel like they were setting up for the Brock Lesnar angle the next night on Raw by saying, oh, she's an MMA fighter, but she's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
She doesn't want any special treatment.
Yeah.
She doesn't even want her own locker room, except earlier on the night we showed Kurt Angle going into a locker room and said Ronda Rousey on the door.
Yeah.
She meant from when she signed the contract.
Exactly. They did that for her, and she was like, no, from now on.
They've got to wine and dine her to make sure
Kurt
she
Angle
signs.
is terrible.
Oh, no, I loved Kurt Angle. on
No,
this.
he's terrible.
I love
He's
the fact that
shallow. Shadow is what I meant of his former self. Look, he's doing it to me.
he was just pot stirring.
He
It was great.
But he doesn't sound like he's pot stirring. He sounds like a moron.
Yeah, I agree with Graham.
They sound like...
Actually, he sounds like the comedy sidekick.
He's demented. He sounds like he's been seriously affected by everything that's gone on in his life. And
his son is severely injured.
But this is the sad fact, is that he probably literally is severely affected by everything that's gone on in his life. And so they're now putting that into his gimmick. Oh, and also he had pneumonia, but was on telly.
Double pneumonia.
Oh, sorry, double pneumonia.
So Kurt Angle, like, after Ronda...
It felt like he forgot to interrupt as well. She went, Kurt,
Yeah.
have you got something you want to say? He's like, no.
Oh,
Apart
yeah.
from my line. Oh. Also, have you seen his face when he got punched by Triple H on Raw?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be the episode picture, by the way.
Good,
like,
there you
for
go.
sure.
Well, enjoy that picture. What?
But yeah, Ronda has no charisma when she's acting. When she's herself, she's great. And that's always the thing in the UFC and when she does her films and stuff.
I liked the bit where she cried. Well, no.
I don't know how to take that from you.
Because it was nice, weren't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
name and she had... Why?
Yeah.
Why did you think that were a bad thing?
You gave me that little glint in your eye when you looked at me after saying it. It's like, I like when she cries.
You made it weird.
But yeah, like when she was being genuine, so it was really great. And then they got into the more storyline thing and suddenly the charisma disappeared and she just stared at people again, like the Angry Miz girl, which someone pointed out this week. But yeah, I quite enjoyed the Kurt Angle pot stirring. I'm being very careful to say pot stirring here,
Yes.
where he just suddenly bursts out, well, you know, Ronda.
Yeah, you need to do
Go
it.
on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, well, you know, Ronda, right? They don't even flipping like you. Triple H, right? It was sent to me.
He don't like you. He don't like
It was
blacks.
sent to me. We've got you right under contract and that. We called you the B word, but I won't say it because you're a lady. And then Stephanie McMahon, right? She was like, I could peg a Ronda. She lost that match into UFC. I'm Kurt Angle. Thank you for your time. Now, where are my pills?
We're done.
But yeah, I enjoyed this little segment and then Triple H getting put through a table.
Yeah.
But then Stephanie had to get the upper hand at the end.
No. I'm shutting you down now, right? Because
Yeah, 'cause she'll get it.
The money is getting it at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
money's
that one was fine.
Yeah. So yeah, she did get a slap in and get slapped and everything. No, she got her slap in,
Yeah.
but it's fine.
She'll get a
because-
comeuppance on that
because
one.
Stephanie likes to show arse. I couldn't think of another word to say it, so I've had to swear.
Yeah.
Once a year,
Yeah.
and it's usually she gets bumped through a table by a bloke. But this year she'll show it for Ronda.
Glinker in Graham's eye that time.
I've got to say,
Or for Kurt Angle.
the only way that works properly, though, is that Stephanie's not a wrestler. So
Huh?
the only way that match works is if, she literally has to walk in and submit Stephanie the minute she gets hold of her.
Well, they'll do a tag match, won't they?
Of course they will, and the majority of that will be done. But literally, like the Cena and Nikki against Miz and Maurice last year,
Yeah.
because Maurice was injured or whatever, and Nikki was injured or whatever, and the very last thing that had, they only had the last interaction. It's sort of got to be booked like that, because
Yeah, but
otherwise
they'll
you do
protect- they'll
anything
protect
else.
them, though.
But there's no other way to I can't think of any other way. They can't get other people involved because that'll take away from Stephanie's heat.
I think you're forgetting that she's a former women's champion and the creator of the Women's Revolution.
But the minute that Stephanie does anything on Ronda other than get pegged in 4 seconds flat, they're already doing Ronda's character damage.
I completely agree with you, but I think they'll do it.
I wonder if, I don't know. They might have Absolution beat her up beforehand or something, or Riot Squad or all of them beat her up
Yeah,
beforehand.
that makes sense.
And even then, I'd still
Because they
want
have
them to
been
do.
doing stuff on Twitter, haven't they? Like some women have been going,
Probably.
"Oh, what's Ronda doing here?"
Probably,
So
yeah.
them ones can come out, get their WrestleMania paycheck because they're not on card.
Yeah.
They'll be on DVD unlike Austin Aries.
Yeah.
Take that, Austin Aries.
I think I've seen him live in 2
Jerk.
weeks.
Oh, well, try not to talk to him. He's awful.
Yes, they'll probably do that.
Yeah.
Triple H get along through the table pretty funny.
So it is Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey against Triple H. That match, equal parts, doesn't appeal to me and does. Because I just think it's going to be a wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm more excited for this than I were the Shane McMahon match. It's AJ Styles.
Well, I mean, that we always knew that was going to be a classic, though, because
Yeah.
have you forgotten that Shane is hard?
I could never forget that.
Obviously.
And then we went into the main event.
Yep.
The 7-person Elimination Chamber for the first time.
They're all men.
Yes, there were no shark cage. Well, the man identifies men. There were.
They do though.
Did they?
Well, said on
Are we
telly,
going to have
yeah.
the gender fluidity
If
talk
they changed
again?
their mind, fine, but they said it on telly.
Gender is a social construct.
He's had to say it, hasn't he? He literally couldn't let it go.
Yeah,
So
I did dangle it there. Though,
yeah, well, dangle. So,
and lowered it into his
a little
mouth.
bit, yeah. Oh,
What? What did you say? What
not
it
after
was?
last time.
I did it too. It's give and take.
Elias didn't have space in his chamber to do a little song, which was I'd not considered.
He did it before, though. Didn't
But he did it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd still prefer. I'd prefer if he was annoying people.
Yeah, there was no shark cage.
No,
Well,
well,
we-
we knew there wasn't
No.
going to start cage because they told us beforehand.
Oh, well,
Unfortunately.
I'm sure
So-
you two.
Yeah, we wanted it to be.
Yeah, and
But it
Finn
didn't
Balor
work.
just coming in doing
That would have been
the-
better. We would have booked a better one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. The thing I enjoyed before the match started was the Miz going around mean mugging people and then trying to do it to Braun, and Braun just banged on the glass and
Yeah.
he jumped about a mile.
I
Like-
really thought at several points they were going to have Braun just smash one of the containers or just drag one of them out. But then they already did everything else to make Braun look amazing. Except one very key thing at the end. So that's...
Talking more about the actual match, the three people starting thing didn't kind of click for me.
Never does.
Yeah.
Because it's one of these triple threats and they go, right, someone roll out the ring for a bit, except, oh no, we're all stuck in a chamber. Let's just stall a lot.
Yeah. It didn't seem to start going until people started coming out of it. That thing.
No point in that. Just it's literally an excuse to go, this is the biggest chamber ever.
Mm.
I actually thought part of the reason that they didn't have any eliminations until what I thought was going to be Elias coming out was so that they could go, for the first time ever, we got 7 men in the ring. But Miz got eliminated 2 minutes before Elias came out. So they didn't even do that.
No. But they did say that Braun Strowman's got the most eliminations in one chamber match.
They did.
Well, of course he has.
Of course he has, because he beat everybody. And also it's the biggest one ever.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't even make a reference, by the way. You know how sometimes when football teams get certain points totals and they're second or whatever, and they go, any other season this would be enough points to, get them into Champions League or win the league. Or I mean, you won't know this because Arsenal don't tend to do that. Like, they just go lower and lower. But like they say, any other season this would have been enough to get them whatever. I thought they were going to say any other Elimination Chamber match and Braun Strowman would have won because there would only been 6 people in it. But they didn't. So he pinned everyone.
Yeah, he did. Everyone.
Pinned 5 other competitors.
What do we think of that as an idea?
I'm fine with it.
I'm not, and I'll tell you for why.
Well,
Right? It would have been more sensible in my head to have Roman pin, say it's Rollins actually, because that would have made it interesting as well,
okay.
before Braun comes out. So then once Braun comes out, if he pins everyone, at least you still know, well, Roman's got one in the bank. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then, so it's almost like Braun had nothing to do with it, so he wasn't made look weak at all because he wasn't involved. If Roman pinned Rollins, first of all, that's more interesting because then suddenly it's like, oh my God, they broke their alliance or whatever. As long as Rollins just laugh it off afterwards like he did the previous month. And also that way, Braun's not involved, but Roman's got at least one win, so he doesn't look like a jakey who just stole it at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know, because their thinking will be he beat the guy who beat everyone else. That puts him above him.
But it doesn't though, does it? Because Braun
No.
beat everyone else and he just ran in and nabbed it and then
Yeah.
got paggered afterwards.
Yeah.
We knew Roman Reigns was the plan, didn't we? Even though I dared to hope.
Yeah, well, I watched this spoiler free.
Yeah.
So I watched it going, Braun's pinning everyone. And I was like, oh, but they're going to do the thing where Roman pins Braun, what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is awful. But I was like, if Braun pins everyone, including Roman, he's super strong.
Well, imagine if they'd shared the pins, right? If they'd shared, so like what? Braun pinned. How many pins did Braun get?
5.
5.
They could have 3.
So imagine if Braun, they could have had 3 each. So imagine if Braun's got 3 and, I mean, I don't know. Like, I get why they tried to make Braun look strong, but then they're doing other ways to make Braun look strong by having kick out of finishes and all sorts of stuff.
I mean, the issue here is they've never really known what to do with Roman. And this was another thing where they got the end result they wanted, but the way they did it wasn't necessarily
They
the
want
right
to go
way of
all
doing
the
it.
way with him, but they also don't want Braun to look weak. So
But they've made their big star. Do they not understand this?
yeah, they don't. No, that's the problem. Like, the excuse that I often saw for why Roman was being pushed was like, well, who else would you push? They've got someone else.
Yeah, I mean, he's massive.
Yeah.
See that big bloke over there that you can't miss, who's got a tattoo of himself deadlifting on the side, on his side.
He's not pretty enough, is he? He's not pretty enough. Not pretty enough for the...
He's not got that guy from Game of Thrones
look. Face, right? It's not even as if they can go, oh, but you can't send into hospitals or wherever else. Well, why not?
What do you mean, man from Game of Thrones?
He kind of looks like the guy from Game of Thrones who was a bit rapey towards the dragon woman. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
But you said that...
You mean Roman?
Roman's got that.
But you said Braun doesn't look like the man from Game of Thrones.
Oh, he looks like another man from Game of Thrones, but not the one that
like a lot
women
of
are...
men from Game of Thrones, yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, but
he went to the Citadel.
But not the swooning ones.
Oh, come on, don't do this. Nobody.
He doesn't look like Aquaman.
There you go. That's
right.
better. He does look like a really large My Name Is Ale. He doesn't. Just got a beard.
Yeah, but they've made this. This is what I don't understand. Like they've made their star. Can you imagine if he'd have pinned Roman? Right. I understand it's their plan, right? But can you imagine if he'd have pinned Roman? How much of a different show we'd be having now?
Well, here's the thing, right? 20 years ago, and I know it's obviously easy to go, 20 years ago is better, but here's, right now, 20 years ago, they'd have gone, people really like this guy, people really don't like this guy. So they'd now be planning to have, because they had the face versus heel feud last year, even though it wasn't really.
Yeah.
Well, they'd now be going, right, what's our feud going to be? We'll flip it around. And they'd be planning for SummerSlam to be face Strowman against heel Reigns a few years ago. But because they don't have to do that, I don't get it either. I don't get the persistence. The excuse was always they don't have anyone else, or there's no one that's as popular or as good. There is someone who's as popular and as good.
Yeah, they've made him look super strong.
Yeah.
And a massive... People cheer him.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that get these hands thing over.
Yeah, even though it wasn't that good to begin with, it's worked out all right. Yeah.
We've got a Luger-Bret Hart situation, except they're going to go with Luger.
There you go. See?
I don't think he's that bad.
Well... Braun Strowman is Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, clearly.
Yep. Braun Strowman is Bret Hart. That's it.
I mean, he is as good as Bret Hart.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's as good a wrestler. Better in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Bret Hart's not that tall, is he?
No, he's not.
Bret Hart's only got 5 moves.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman's got several ways of throwing you around. So, who's the real best? Who's the real best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? Are you going to tell him he's not? I wouldn't. Yeah, the match itself was entertaining enough, but I mean, it was spoiled by the fact that we knew what the plan was.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
That graphic appeared very quickly. It was clearly a meticulously sometimes they create a graphic and then it's other stuff gets added to it. That Reigns and Lesnar graphic, I think they've had that in storage for years. And
they just update the WrestleMania logo in between.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was like an immaculate graphic.
So yeah,
does Braun get into the title match then? Do you think?
No.
Braun
does something else.
What's he doing?
Probably faces the Miz or something ridiculous like that.
Are you for real?
It'd be part of that 4-way that they have because it's Rollins, Miz, Balor, and no, probably not. I do hope. I hold out hope that Kurt Angle's going to go. Oh no, my neck's absolutely buggered. There's no way I could be in this match. But don't worry, Triple H. We've got someone else to be in the match, and it's not The Rock because whatever.
It wouldn't be The Rock anyway.
No, it wouldn't be The Rock anyway. I don't know why they're even entertaining that possibility. But it's Braun Strowman and Ronda Rousey.
Can you imagine if The Rock turns up at WrestleMania like he did other years and says, I can have the match, but you just can't advertise it?
Yeah.
And then they say to Kurt, Kurt, you've not passed medical, mate.
Yeah. But I did a couple of... No, you didn't. But what about no? Oh. So that's...
Did I just see you having a fit in catering? No, putting some salt on my chips.
Did I just see you having a fit? No, I was just reading out the dialogue that you wrote for me. Oh, no, it sounded like you were having a fit. Demented.
So yeah.
So after the match, he got beat up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Keep Roman strong.
Yeah, because keep Braun strong.
Yeah. Did you see Raw Talk?
No, I actually didn't watch Raw Talk.
No, okay, I did. I watched Raw Talk.
Tell us.
So at the end of it, Roman Reigns is on, and Renee Young and one at men from Rosenberg, Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Peter Rosenberg.
So they're asking him questions, and they say, "So what about Braun Strowman?" He's like, he basically just went, them things happen, but I focus on Brock Lesnar.
What'd you say? Sorry.
He kind of said, "Them things happen, but I'm focusing on Brock Lesnar." So he wouldn't even bother that he got battered by Braun Strowman.
Brilliant. Great.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, well, I won't match, you know. It's like, well, yeah, you did, but...
Right, so I haven't seen Raw, but a lot of people were praising him for his promo on Raw.
Wait, let's just quickly touch
Okay.
on John Cena on Raw Talk.
Yeah.
He did his serious like, I don't know where my path leads on the road to WrestleMania, and sometimes we might have to do things a bit outside the box, and then he left. So obviously we go to Raw.
So he's going to UFC, isn't he? To fight Brock. It's like, Brock, I can't fight you at WWE, but I've joined the testing pool.
I want Vince to just have his own fighting league, and where there's no drug
Extreme
test.
Fighting League.
Yeah, no drug test.
That's the spoiler. Turns out it wasn't football at all. Extreme Fighting League 2020.
Yeah, no drug tests. Do Brock Lesnar versus John Jones.
Don't think that's how it works.
Let's call it the Hulk division.
Yeah,
Everyone roided to the gills.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Frank Mir can join in that one as well. That's why I love UFC. He got suspended.
Yeah.
Um,
So John Cena, go on.
yeah. So
Are
obviously,
we talking about John Cena rather than Roman? Are we talking about Raw now?
yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
First of all, Elimination Chamber, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Easy to miss, and you would know what
The
had
problem
happened.
with the Elimination Chamber match is because they introduced it during a time where they just didn't care and had blood and gore. All the Elimination Chamber matches now just don't seem as exciting, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fallen as much as, say, the Hell in the Cell, but I
No, that's
agree with
true.
you on that
Yeah.
point.
I think they need to figure out a way to make it interesting again.
Coachman on commentary, when who get crushed through one of the pods? Did Roman go through one of them?
I didn't remember anyone doing it, but I'm sure they did. Go on.
Or I think Strowman did.
Probably, you'd probably be right. Yeah.
And Coachman said, "Oh man, what are they made out of? Is it glass?" No, Coachman, it's Lexon.
Lexon, it's
We did a
Lexon.
podcast about this.
It's Lexon, not the brand name, which is plexiglass.
Michael Owen.
Michael Owen.
Michael Cole's there just underlining Lexon, just written in big letters on his script.
Lexon. Lex off. Okay.
So yeah, the Roman Reigns promo on Raw, because I didn't see this, but I'm guessing you two did.
I did.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a bit about it?
I can't decide if I like it or not.
Right. I'm biased against Roman Reigns. I have no problem saying this.
Yep.
Right. I know I am. I don't like him.
Okay.
He still wears Shield gear. He's got half Shield music.
Yeah.
And he's just one of the. Oh, he's a.
Annoying.
Yeah.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
We found another loophole by the
Yeah.
way, listeners.
Listeners, you can do hand signals.
What's that? Waving fist back and forth. That's splendid.
What are you shaking?
But he.
Not here. Go on.
It was not a real shoot promo, work shoot thing.
See, like, to us, it's obvious, I think.
I liked the angle in the sense that they advertised Brock.
Yeah.
And then went, well, he
deliver.
didn't want to show up, did he? He didn't respect you. And then that sort of is what I wrote about with Ronda Rousey, leading from Ronda Rousey,
Yeah.
where they've gone, Ronda don't want any special treatment. Like, Brock, yeah, we went to UFC and he's
Yeah.
tried to renegotiate his contracts and all this. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, why don't you just say you want to beat him for belt, mate? I don't care if he didn't show up.
Thing is, I get it because they're clearly going, right, we have no way of getting people to like Roman Reigns. I still can't decide if I like it or not because on one hand, it makes sense for them to go with this. They're like, right, he's going to get booed at WrestleMania. But if we point out the actual fact that, Brock should be possibly there might be some, because like people cheered for Roman
Yeah.
Reigns in this promo. I think they'll think that's enough to make him a face, and it's not. But I mean, there's other ways they could do it.
Do you know when he came out after WrestleMania when he beat Undertaker and he basically just stood there, got a load of boos and went, yeah, it's my yard now, and
Yeah.
walked off. I like the short soundbite kind of promos that he does.
Yeah.
I like them. So if he does a few of them where he's basically just like a cool, Diesel before he won belt.
Yeah, exactly.
If
Yeah.
he's Diesel before he won belt,
Yeah.
then he'll be all right.
It wouldn't be hard for him, like when Heyman comes back next week and he's like, "Oh, Brock does what you like," and then just have Roman Reigns come out and go, "Look, you're not going to be here next week, but I'm going to take the title off you, and then I'll show up to work on Monday, and that's it." And then just sod off. But then the problem is with these work shoot type things. Well, what happens? Then they get a bit too in love with it, and then he'll start to call him his real name or something, and then
Leaky.
like, this exactly. And then this is real and nothing else is real, but this is real. And that's the problem with it. So I don't know. I get where they're going with it in the sense that they're playing on people's real issues with Brock Lesnar, but I don't trust him with one of these type angles. The promo was fine. He made perfect points. If you have Roman Reigns just continue to speak the truth, like the actual truth, not just I'm gonna beat him and I'm gonna do it for the Shield or whatever. Just having speak the truth. I think there's a chance that it could work, but I just think it'll possibly degenerate into work shoot stuff. Question is it better or not than a tug of war over the belt? So
Yeah,
it's my belt. No, give it back to me. WrestleMania this Sunday.
So
might do that.
the other person who set up their road to WrestleMania was John Cena.
Did
Yes, he did.
Well, after Raw Talk and his little promo on Raw, he went over to SmackDown and challenged AJ Styles to be added to the main event of Fastlane.
We called it.
Are we going to address his promo on Raw first?
Yeah,
Go for it.
He said something about he's going to have a match with Undertaker. Oh no, I'm not. 'Cause that's not possible.
Do you know that was trending on YouTube for days afterwards, by the way?
Was
And I
it?
mean, like, in terms of, I don't mean trending when you search for wrestling. I mean one of the top viewed
Yeah,
things on YouTube, because people are obviously, because it was titled John Cena addresses a match with The Undertaker.
yeah.
They don't often throw stuff out if it's not going to happen, do they?
No, they'd be stupid to do that.
But are they quite stupid as well?
I think we've discussed this already on this show.
Well, don't forget they are stupid. And also there's rumours flying around that Rey Mysterio is coming back to have a match with Cena at WrestleMania.
Okay, why would you? Genuine question. Why would WWE let John Cena even tease a match with The Undertaker if they know it's not going to happen?
Okay, here's my counterpoint to you. You're right. John Cena does that, right? Say he does it off his own back. Say he probably wouldn't have, but say he does, right?
Okay.
How does he then get punished? Are you going to punish John Cena by stopping him be on your next pay-per-view? No.
He's a star of
you need him on
Hercules.
it.
No,
Are
is
you-
it Hercules? What's the film called? He's just done a film.
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, yeah. I knew it was-
Hercules is a very different film. It's
With
about
The Rock?
Hercules. Ferdinand's about a bull.
Yeah.
Are you going to punish John Cena by taking him off TV? No, because you need him on TV. Are you going to punish him by taking him off of WrestleMania? Definitely not, because you want him on WrestleMania. So I'm not saying he's untouchable, and I think he would toe the line as much as he wants to, but theoretically, just to play devil's advocate, if he just wanted to do that and address the fact that everyone thinks he's going to have an Undertaker match and he's not, couldn't he just do that and they're not going to do it about it?
Was one of the things there intentional because she said, "Fear, do you think he's untouchable?" And I fully expected Daryl to
Word
break
life.
into rap.
This is basic thugonomics. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Not in that
That's
way.
awkward.
Don't feel me.
Was that on Forcible Entry?
All right. No, it was on John Cena World Life, the DVD.
That was on WWE Originals, that one.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And it's got a padlock.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but John Cena's like a company guy, isn't he? He's like little goody two shoes.
He is, but also, like, he's done certain things that he just wants to do anyway. Like, do you remember that time when he was like, oh, if you do...
When he had a match with Baron Corbin and just laughed.
Yeah, there was that. There was also the time when he was like, hey, if you don't want me to work here anymore, I'll go work somewhere else, brother. And then the fact that he brings up CM Punk's name, even though nobody likes him bringing up CM Punk's name.
Does he?
That time, yeah, he does, yeah.
Oh.
He doesn't, yeah, he does. Whenever he's in Chicago, he's like, oh, yeah, me and CM Punk's house. And they're like, can you stop mentioning him? He doesn't exist in our world. And then, like,
By the way, sorry, just to cut in, that court case is nearly finished apparently now.
oh, okay.
So we might actually hear
to
what's
settlement.
happened.
Settlement.
It was
Settlement.
on Art Wrestling, you
WrestleMania
mentioned
main
that it's coming to a conclusion.
Right. Is that just the Colt Cabana part, though?
Might be.
Because they're not friends anymore, are they? We've established this. They're not mates anymore. Daryl, you're covering Chicago gear. What's the latest?
Oh, do you want like some Chicago news?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Colt Cabana is really tight. What?
Okay.
This could go three ways. And you're hoping he takes the middle road, but there's two side roads, and either one of them is
And we'll
awkward
just leave it
territory.
there.
Okay,
We'll leave
thank
it
you.
there.
That's fine.
You
There
can pick your
Leave
own
it there.
path.
That's good. Scotty Colton. Anyway, yeah.
So you think he's going to have a match with Rey Mysterio?
I'm not saying I think that. I do think it would be odd for them to bring up the Undertaker match and then not do it. But I also, I don't know. I don't know if
This would be the second time Rey Mysterio came back, and it'd be really disappointing.
Yeah. Why? When was the other time?
When he was number 30 at Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Wasn't that just a return from injury though? I was thinking,
Probably, yeah.
Oh dear.
And the final bit of stuff that happened afterwards was the Ronda Rousey stuff continued.
Well, hang on, let's just briefly
Oh.
do the scene on SmackDown. So he
Oh,
went
yeah.
to SmackDown and he challenged.
I called it, didn't I, on Twitter? I
Did
put
you?
it on our Twitter and said, so Cena's going to be on SmackDown tonight, so that's going to be a 6-pack challenge at Fastlane, isn't it? And yes, sure enough, it was.
Okay, so do you remember when we thought we were getting Nakamura versus AJ Styles? And I said, Vince will add Randy Orton to match.
Yeah,
Do you think there's a possibility he adds John Cena to match?
no.
I hope
Because
not.
it needs more star power in it.
Because John Cena needs a bigger match than that little sort of indie fest that's going to open WrestleMania. For the WWE title.
Yeah, but it's not an opener with John Cena's in it.
Yeah, but just leave the openers like AJ Styles to their own thing. Like the WWE World Champion AJ Styles. Leave
Yeah.
the openers to their own thing. Save the main event for the big stars like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. When Shane McMahon announcing his match.
Well,
Maybe he'll have a match with Shane McMahon. John Cena versus Shane McMahon. Best match, second year in a row.
Maybe it'll be John Cena and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Do you think Shane's having a match this year?
Probably not, I guess. No, actually, yeah, well...
It depends whether he's gone backstage and gone, Dad, can I have a match?
What's this whole feud with Daniel Bryan about, unless he has one?
Yeah, but
But then he's not going to have a match with Daniel Bryan, so what's the point?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Possibly not. Maybe not. Maybe they're like, you've got enough stars. And then when someone goes down with an injury next week, they'll be like, Shane, you need to fall off of the things. Yeah. Who knows? Usos want a match at WrestleMania. I know that's not really related to what we... But they explicitly addressed this week, because they're in a match with the New Day at
Yeah.
Fastlane, aren't they? And they said, we've not been on WrestleMania for years, and we want to be on WrestleMania this year. Are they going to be on?
well, did you hear the promo?
Yes, I was watching it.
Yeah, so Usos were talking about how like New Day are in the past or something.
Yep.
And then I think it was Big E basically just went, "Look, we were hosting WrestleMania while you were sat in catering."
Yeah, you were still hosting though, weren't you, lads? So that's not the best comeback.
Well, it was still on the show.
Yeah, but it's not a great comeback, is it? It's like, oh, well, you didn't have a match when we were standing near the ring. Well done.
Right, mate. If you were hosting WrestleMania and I was sat in crowd, who's won there?
Right. Which one of us had the match? Do you know
Neither.
but the argument, it doesn't really work that way, does it? Because the argument was that they were like, oh, you've never had a match and we've been near people having matches. Well, it don't really make a lot of sense, does it? I get what they're trying to say, but
In the reverse of this, who was the real winner at Working Man's Blues, the 1PW show, where I was on cameras and you faced Joey Hayes?
I think the audience were the real winners. Where,
they got to see you with your mutton chops.
yeah, when I was in the semi-main event of the last ever 1PW show.
Excellent. Good match. Good. You mean the last real 1PW show, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Because
Yeah,
you
of
don't
course
count. You don't count the Danny Rod era.
No.
No.
Who does?
Danny Rod.
No.
Actually, you don't count the. No, that wasn't even.
No,
that
the
was-
Gortley era is the
Oh,
only
yeah.
true 1PW era.
Don't
so-
believe the hype.
Yeah, exactly.
Sheep era. The Arctic Monkeys era.
Yeah.
The Arctic Sheep era. The Arctic Gauntlet Sheep era.
Ronda Rousey were on Raw, mate.
Well,
Yeah.
freedom.
Doing what?
I don't know. What did she do?
One good thing. I'll give him this.
Yeah.
Right. So she comes up. I mean, you could go, why didn't she just smack Stephanie straight away? But okay, I'll buy that she doesn't because she wants to do a business like. And she says, Stephanie, I want an apology. And Stephanie, right, to her credit, does a bit of a Vince, shows a bit of arse,
Yeah.
and walks right up to her, gets in her face, and goes, "I am so sorry. I'm really sorry. I really feel so bad. I'm so." Actually, begged off
Yeah.
instead of going, "Do you know who I am? I started the women's evolution." He actually begged off and did a bit of a cowardly heel bit, which was good.
Oh.
And Ronda stormed at ring as well, didn't she?
And then Triple H did the worst punch ever to Kurt Angle's worst face ever.
That picture is great. See, I didn't need to watch Raw because I just saw that picture and we're like, classic.
Doesn't make me want to see Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey anymore, though, does it?
No.
Oh, it's a lovely day.
Oh,
what's
no,
this?
he's punched me in the face like
What are you doing that for?
flipping heck. Where's my whippet? I'm Kurt Angle.
So yeah, that's it.
I just thought the seating arrangement was going to be really awkward at the Hall of Fame, innit?
Yeah.
Karen's going to be there.
God.
And kids.
Yeah.
Where are they gonna
that's a
sit?
bit. That's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Probably with Jason with a big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that real? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
They'll have them sat there and kids will just look really uncomfortable.
Why are we sat next to this man? Shut up. I'm your adopted son.
My name's Jason Jordan. I'm the son of Kurt
Jason
Angle.
Jordan isn't from Yorkshire. God, this guy, what an idiot, thinks Jason Jordan's from Yorkshire.
He puts on the accent
from
to
Lancashire.
keep it
Clearly.
Can you do a good Lancashire accent?
No.
You could have said he were a Scouser.
I could have done Scouse, I could have done Mank, but I'm not going to do it.
He could be from Dundee, couldn't
Dundee is bare
he?
feet.
Say Dundee.
Dundee.
Yeah, that's it. We'll finish there.
There you go. That's all. That's the end of the Royal Grumble for this week. Don't forget to go to facebook.com/Royal Grumble. Don't forget to go to twitch.tv/Royal Grumble. Don't forget to go to @RoyalGrumblePod on Twitter. Don't forget to email us at RoyalGrumblePod@gmail.com. Don't forget to listen to the show every week because we're bloody good on that, aren't we?
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're all right. This was all right, wasn't it?
I have a smart objective to get us more listeners as well.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, no, seriously, like, one of my smart objectives in work is by a certain point, I want to have doubled our listenership, so please subscribe and tell your friends.
It's affecting his real life listeners, so please tell friends.
It's because I'm doing a mentorship thing and he wanted to put some things about
he's
my
doing a
personal
mental
life and
ship
stuff.
thing and he needs to...
Mental ship.
Yeah. That's it. That's all. Thank you very much for listening. Say goodbye, Daryl.
Goodbye, Daryl.
Say goodbye, Dan.
Please tell a friend.
Thank you once again. See you later.